Yo, what up, dudes? How we doing? Outing breakdowns brought to you by OnForm, which is a free app. This is the app that I use for mechanical breakdowns and, as you'll see, outing breakdowns. So now that we got this pulled up on the iPad, let's see if I can get this video. So this is going to be the first game of the Winterball season, which is November 4th, and I'm recording this on November 27th. So yeah, as you can expect, pretty behind. OnForm, and be sure to check them out because this app is absolutely dope and they're continuously coming out with new updates that make it even doper. The shirt, Punch and Tickets, that's Cutter Nation. Check them out. Instagram at Cutter Nation. John Cintes. Much love, my dude. And speaking of shirts, I'm going to have my own shirts here coming up pretty soon as I get squared away with a merch line. So I'm pretty stoked for that. Stay tuned for that. And then the hat is Pitchers Only, which is one of my favorite hats brought to Puerto Rico. If my voice sounds jacked up, it's because it is. I just got over being sick. I almost went the whole first month of me being in Puerto Rico without being sick for the first time in like 6 years. Every time I come here, first month, your boy goes down. And I'm feeling a little bit better, but I got to get these dang outing breakdowns done so we can get a rolling. I'm going to go ahead and hit play. And I think there's some content shown before I actually throw my first pitch so we can continue to talk through this. This is the first game of the year. Obviously, as you can see the score, my team is Mayaguez. My first team I ever played on for Puerto Rican Winter League was actually Caguas. We won 2 Caribbean Series championships. My guy Matos there, he's wearing his pants up this year. I told him I was going to try to hook him up with some stirrups. Discount code Robby at TCK Socks. I like how Guapo Deportes, shout out to them because they do a really good job with their feed, the open side. So this was the first game of the year, and as you can already see, from the super dope side view there is like I'm already rushing, and that's something that I've kind of gone back and forth with the hand placement. I really like the hand placement in the front part of the hip because I think, just simply put, my favorite throw variation being a hand cross throw, I can feel the timing of my lead foot coming down as my hand is separating, and I've always kind of struggled a little bit with the timing of my hand separating from my glove. Obviously, I'm trying to be as consistent as possible. So when my command suffers, that's usually the number one root cause, is because I'm just late. And I talk a lot about how I think unauthentically can generate arm speed, if you will, by being late. And as I prepped for this Winterball season, that was one of those things that was in the preparation aspect of it. Obviously, trying to throw harder and be more fast twitch, I intentionally delayed my arm to get used to that arm speed. I know this might not make sense, but I have some videos in my playlist for reliever Rob process preparation or something like that, and I talk about it in there. But now that we're in season, now that I'm competing in games and so on and so forth, like I got to get the consistency of the hand separation. So when my front foot anchors into the ground, you know, we can actually even do a little Johnson here with the video. There, as I talked about, it's already kind of pulling me, right? Like there's gravity that's being influenced due to the slope. So I'm already fighting kind of the uphill battle with my hand positioning, just barring more weight to the front. So the biggest point of emphasis for me in order for, you know, consistency and the repeatability of my hand in that release slot, I need to be intentional with the timing in which these separate, right? Because if they separate too late and I force my arm to speed up, that's when I'm going to lose out on the fastball spin efficiency. I did a post on that with Pitch Logic and how, you know, when I train to be a reliever and I train to, you know, to increase my velocity, I lose my spin efficiency for a hot second because I'm forcing my arm to be late and I'm forcing that to just move quick as possible. So due to the shortened length of time from my end of my summer season to the start of Winterball, I didn't have time to, you know, have the most efficient building blocks. It was kind of just like, all right, let's obtain velocity as quick as possible. And I didn't have that week where I was like, all right, let's hone in on command. So as you can see, within the leg lift, the hand separation there, and I never get truly, loaded, I guess you would say. A lot less room for air within the consistency aspect. But you can see like definitely moving a lot faster than I was during the summer as a starter. So first outing, unfortunately, the way that the score is, I'm in here just to, throw strikes, get outs, and got the game the next day. 9-4, bases loaded, 2 outs, come in, throw strikes, start them off with a breaking ball. Didn't throw a good breaking ball whatsoever. I probably got away with that. Another good side angle there. Now we throw a heater. He fouls off, and I'm just kind of out there playing a game here with myself. Not really sure. I guess I do that often though. And this is that fastball right there. Pretty good fastball down. I'll talk about this in the upcoming breakdowns about how I'm really intentionally trying to focus on the fastball down, pairing that with the fastball up. So now 0-2, trying to go with the fastball up, and it actually just kind of stays middle and goes away. And this is, I mean, if you guys know me, man, you know why I just try to avoid punchies at all costs, right? Jeez, OP. This is actually the first time in my career that I did a tap system with the catcher. So I learned it on the fly. I won't dive into the details of it, but it was very interesting. Target high. Let's see where this bad boy ends up. I like this center field angle, honestly. If it wasn't so blurry, we would be cooking here. So good separation. I'm moving pretty well in that angle. Nice. All right. Hand was behind the baseball there. But honestly, Rob, not going to get many punchies on that particular pitch right there. Fastball just middle away. You know what I mean? Punchies for that heater are probably going to be arm side down, middle elevated, and probably elevated into. That's probably where my heat map is. And I don't need to be super fine with that location in terms of like here, especially 0-2. Let's just go at the letters. I talk about how hitters, if we look at the scoreboard, we look at the count, we look at the situation, hitters are going to want to go. Hitters want to swing. Let them swing. And especially when they see that fastball, they're going to be going. But Jeremy makes a great play. We get out of the inning. I toss my glove up in the air. I don't know why. We do these checks with the hand too. I think it's funny. So now they throw me out there for the next inning. Now they're the home team, and obviously with a 5-run lead, this is more so looking like their last inning. I need to do something with my beard. That curveball got away. Hey, the old 1-0 Volk P. Love that. And Machine's a big leaguer, dude, so credit to him not swinging it at that 1-0 changeup. I would have loved to get a swing on it. But you can see now that it's like my second inning. That was a strike, I think, by the way. As my second inning, a little bit more calm. I'm moving a little bit more slow and a little bit more deliberate, which is actually, in my opinion, helping with the timing with my hand at release. I definitely got away with that pitch. 100%. 2-1 slider. Luckily, it didn't start where it ended up. It ended up middle, but if it started there, that was going to be a tater salad. I cut this fastball off, go to the slider, foul ball. This is where I actually lose my fastball command, and this is where I start to realize that I'm trying to force my velocity. And when I force my velocity, my body moves fast, my hand delays from separating, and then I'm not consistent here. And I have, like I said earlier, I have very little room for air to get my hand into that release slot. So it's just better for me to work the opposite. So I get there pretty well when I'm throwing the slider, because I think just subconsciously when I'm throwing a breaking ball in comparison to the fastball, there's not much emphasis on like the gas pedal aspect of it. Super dope glove. Shout out Dream Glove. And then probably one of the better sliders I've thrown of this entire winter. Let's check that out again. But this is the beauty of being a reliever, right? Like You guys know how much I love to like over articulate starting and like sequencing and stuff. The beauty of being a reliever is just like, hey, what's your stuff? What's working for you at this point in time? All right, let's go. I didn't set this slider up, right? Like I didn't set it up with a good fastball away or a good fastball in. I just threw a good slider, So I finally got a punchy too. That's the location. I need to freaking visualize that particular location, especially against righties for that slider, because that's going to be the one. And then that location for that heater is going to do exactly this. We talk about the elevated heater and the benefit of the elevated heater. Well, another benefit to the elevated heater, is that you get hitters that, or maybe they're up there, especially, the scoreboard is going to dictate a lot of their approach. But if they're sitting dead red heater, right, and they see the heater, they're going to go. They're going to go, oh, yeah, that's it. Let's go. And now if the heater has, from a data analytics standpoint, has the metrics that I possess and it's at the top rail, it's going to be a really hard hit, a really hard pitch to like square up. So you can see this pitch, good release there. Let me see what we can get there. And boom. So top rail, especially the fact that it's on the inner part of that quadrant as well. It's a really good pitch. And then foul ball. My guy Brett catches it, and we lose this game. But really cool opening night. The thing that wasn't cool about this opening night, hey, look, smiles, is that it freaking rained all game. And then the next day, we had a game at Ponce, and it got rained out. So that outing breakdown, obviously, there wasn't a whole lot of details pertaining to like sequencing and whatnot, but you'll see a lot more coming up. So that was 11-4. I have another one for 11-11, and then we really get into the thick of things. So I threw 11-11, 11-12, 11-16, 11-18, 11-19, 11-21, just how your boy likes it. So shoot me a comment. What do you guys want to see? The Winterball vlogs are actually being recorded, but to be honest, I have no idea when I'm going to get to edit them. They are so long. They take forever to edit, and I just don't have time. We have a 50-game season this year for Winterball, which is a lot of games in a short amount of time. So the amount of off days is very, very, very limited in comparison to previous years. All right. Much love, guys, and happy holidays. God bless. Till next time, your boy's out. See ya.